But if there's one thing in my life that these years have taught, that you can always see it coming.
Better. Don't get the grill. Here.
Right.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Good to see everybody.
Be here.
There's Charlie and Nell and Nora and Jessica and Judy and Alana and Jenna. There's Jenna and Pat.
No.
Hello, and Donna and Penny. Great. All right. All right. All right, let's do the sound check and then we will start. Put it out there, see what it wants. Can you guys hear the music? Little cowboy junkies. Can you hear my voice? Can you air guitar? Okay. Welcome everybody. I feel like spring is in the air today. All right, let's start. Let's roll the shoulders back. And let's start consciously breathing. And as you start to feel your body, just start to go within. And then just drop those shoulders. Let the head drop to the left. Plant that left hand out parallel to your hips. Sweep that right arm up. Then bend the elbow, reach behind your neck. Think of a little bit massaging the neck there, relaxing the jaw. And turn your body even more back and looking up. Take 3 deep breaths. And then stretch that right arm up to the sky. Articulate your wrist. Backwards and clockwise and counterclockwise. And behind you to your left hip. And then all the way around you over your right ear. Good. And can you relax your arm now, your right arm? And lean to the left a little bit more. Come out of that right hip. One more breath. Good, and just bow your head over your left knee. And Take that right hand to your left knee. Let the left arm rise up to the sky. Good. Bend that elbow behind the head. Good. Lean to the right. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then let the left arm stretch upward. Draw it to your right knee. Curl, look towards your heart. Exhale out all your breath. Then inhale and open your chest out. Good. Make little circles back. Breathing in and out. Good. Now take your hands behind you. Place the palms into the ground and take your heart to the sky. Open your mouth as you look up. Take a great deep breath in. Deep breath out. Beautiful. One more time. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Beautiful. And come back to neutral. Take your hands to your heart for a moment. Press your palms together. Feel your lungs fill with a breath. And come back to your intention for your practice. Come back to that sense of being present to the body, being present in your life, bringing that sense of balance and affinity from the soles of the feet to the crown of the head, becoming aware of your whole being. Take a moment to settle into your own intention and then allow yourself to reach up to the sky. Now pull and squeeze what's called the Uddiyana Bandha, which is basically the base root muscles from the genital muscles up to the lower abdominal muscles. Just start to go round in a nice circle, small or large. And if you want to also open up your shoulders, rotate around your arms a little bit. Isolating through your core. And then pause for a moment. Take your hands, rub them together. Cup your eyes. Grateful for your eyesight. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. And taking your hands away, recrossing your feet, opposite foot forward. And sending your hands again up to the sky. Maybe interlacing them the other way and giving yourself round, counterclockwise. Small or large, rotating the shoulders. Breathing in and out. Start to feel into your body where you're holding tension and you can release. Start to feel that you're squeezing from the base of the pelvis upward. Pause when you come back to center. Interlace your fingers, press them right out in front of you. Good. And then up to the sky. Good. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel that you're squeezing the base root muscles. Feel the neck stretch as you pull your head gently forward, just a little bit like you're looking down the front of your torso. Then lengthen those arms as much as you can. Up, up, up. Good. And feel your navel squeeze in. And then release the arms out to the side. Beautiful. Now from here, just stretch your legs right out in front of you. And from there, just let yourself come forward in a forward fold. with first just feeling to the backs of the legs, where you may feel some tightness in your hamstrings.
Crazy.
Take your breath
I'm
in,
crazy for feeling
breath
so
out,
lonely.
breath in,
I'm crazy,
and breath out.
crazy for feeling so blue.
Okay, good. Let's build some strength here. So you're going to draw your arms upward
I knew
and out to the side,
love me as long
and letting your hands come down back behind your hips, and pushing your chest ever so gently forward as you look forward, and dig your heels in. Now, some of you may want to bend your knees and have your feet square, or have your legs straight out in front. What you are going to do is stiffen your legs and lift your hips upwards towards the sky.
Why do I
That's it. Do the best you can to push with your buttocks, and then let yourself come down. Think of the pelvis tilting like you're in dog tilt. Bend your knees slightly, slide your arms down your legs, and drop your head. And let's try it again. Coming up, arms up. Exhaling behind you, planting your hands, sending your hips up with a strong, strong legs. That's it. Good. Really strong. Push the buttocks, squeeze the buttocks a little harder, and then come down. Feel your spine rounding there, pelvis tilt forward, you go down over your legs again. Take a good deep breath and let those arms come back up to the sky. And last time, arms come back. This time, do bend your knees. Square those feet, hip distance apart. Fingertips are towards your hips, not turned the other way. Fingertips are towards your hips, pressing those hips up to the sky. Good. And really lengthening up. Do the best you can as you look up. Gorgeous. Exhaling back down to the ground. Last forward fold here. Stretch the legs out again. This time, flex your toes so much they come towards you. And a little bit walk forward side to side. And drop your head.
I am as constant as a northern star, and I said, constant in the darkness. Where's that?
Anchor yourself in your
If you
breath.
want me, I'll be in the bar. On the back of
Take another deep breath and slowly let yourself come on back up. Let's use all that length. You're going to sweep your feet underneath you now and come to all fours.
I do remember Canada. Oh, Canada.
Okay, so you're on all fours. Look towards your navel as you round into cat. Look towards the horizon as you go into dog. Close your eyes now, round into cat. And into dog as you inhale. Each time, let it be new. Each time, start to feel it. Maybe you go into that cat a little bit more. You press into your hips forward. You feel your arms lengthen. And then you deliberately roll those shoulders back as you look forward. And you stretch your abdominals. And then that little wiggle side to side can happen. And start to feel your hip flexors, your lower back. Being present to your body. And And then let's take the knees a little wider and just sit back down to your heels. And slide your hands directly the direction of your right knee. So just slide your hands out over that right knee as you drop your head. Really opening to the energy of your body. Feeling it if it feels tight. Noticing where you can release the energy, soften the body, surrender. Okay, and then from where you are, bring those hands back. And you're just going to slide them out over the left knee now. Slide them way out over the left knee. Bow the head down and bring yourself back to your breath. And deep breath in and deep breath out. Good, just surrendering your weight down to the ground. Good, now walk between the knees and drop the head. Stretch your arms as the width of the mat. Take a breath mindful of your whole spine, your central nervous system, and then let yourself come on back up to all fours. Okay, let's build that core strength here. So just floating that left knee back behind you. Take the right arm out in front. Good, now see if you can get that back left leg straight. Just try kicking your left heel towards your left buttocks and then try straightening it all the way out. Pointing or flexing the foot, feeling some space in the stretch of the knee. Now gradually taking your right elbow to your left knee. On the exhalation, on the inhalation, expand back out. On the exhalation, curl in. On the inhalation, expand out. Go at your own pace. Feeling your balance. Keep contact with the abdominals. Keep pulling them in. Keep the lower bandhas, the lower root muscles in control. Okay, then you're just going to drop your right hand down. Take your left foot, anchor it behind you, and sweep into the side angle. Excellent. Yes, shoulders match. And start to explore your reach. Beautiful lateral move. Relax your shoulders and neck. Try looking down, explore your neck. Think of anchoring through the left foot. Now, if it interests you, elevate your left leg. Good, or bend the left knee, reach for that left foot or ankle. Now breathe into the face, the jaw, relax the jaw, breathe into the stomach. Beautiful, one more deep breath there. And let yourself come on back down. Okay, from that point, just stretch out that left foot and draw yourself back to downward facing dog. Heel toe, nice and smooth. Get the backs of the knees as much as you can. That gets really tight. The hamstrings can get tight, but also the backs of the knees. You want to drive the heels mindfully downward. Another thing you want to watch for here is don't push too hard with your elbows or your hands. Have a sensation of your elbows slightly bent so that you're in your legs as well as your arms. Okay, let's come back down to the knees. Let's repeat that whole cycle to the other side. So your right leg will float back. Your abdominals will pull in. Bend that right knee so you can feel what a bent knee feels like. Take a breath and extend the leg out and behind you as much as you can and keep on going like you're pushing your toes to the back of the room. That's it. And the left arm sweeps by that left ear. Good. Now squeeze into the muscles. Build the strength. Now add the flow. Curl gently, mindfully in. Touch the elbow to the knee. Balance as you squeeze and reach out. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, curl in. One more time, reaching out. Reach to your maximum point where the leg and the arm are truly contracting, and then let that left hand come down. Plant your right foot. Reach your right arm in reverse as you look up. And stretch through your right wrist. Beautiful. Try taking the arm overhead or behind you. Pull your abdominals in. Maybe you lift your right leg. Spread out all the toes on that right foot. Bend your right knee. Reach around for your foot if you can. Relax your jaw. Breathe into the stomach. Let it be easy. Exhale, release. Come on back around. Press back into that downward facing dog, primarily stretching your right foot now. Right thigh, right hamstring, heel toe, feel right and left. Rise up on the toes, squeeze the thighs and then sink to the heels. Rise up to the toes, squeeze the thighs, sink to the heels. One more time and feel that. Rise to the toes, feel your arches lift, squeeze the thighs, sink to the heels. Deep breath in now. Let's focus on your spine. So as you inhale, think of the head slightly dipping towards the ground. Slightly dip that head towards the ground as you inhale. Then as you exhale, think of lengthening the tailbone towards the sky. One more time, head dips slightly towards the floor as you inhale. As you exhale, take the mind, send it up towards the pelvis and tailbone, stretch the tailbone towards the sky, and then exhale back down to your knees. Really good. Okay, let's take that left foot forward to the front of your mat. And let's plant the back toes. And some of you may want to stay in this lunge here, or some of you may want to extend the legs. So whichever works for you. And if it works for you to hold a block, that's a good thing, or your tips of your fingers. So a little option here, just to feel your balance, taking your arms back. And then slowly, as you take your focus forward, the arms come up, the torso comes up. And you can give a little bend to that knee if you need to. But play with your balance and your strength. So come forward slowly. Mindful of where you are in space, and then slowly back up again. Go at your own pace, slowly down. And then slowly up. Squeeze the glutes as you reach up. Beautiful. One more time, slowly down. Can you soften your neck, soften the shoulders? Inhaling up. Excellent job. This time that right hand is going to come down underneath your shoulder blade. Take your left hand to your left hip. Mindful to turn the torso first. Let the head come last. Left arm reaches to the sky. Lengthen the spine. Exhale that left arm in reverse. Dropping back down to your left knee, drawing that left leg straight, tipping up the toes towards the sky. That's it, taking blocks if need be, or fingertips to the ground. Lengthen the spine as if you're in down dog. Think of your heart pressing forward, the neck lengthening. Then exhale over that left leg, drop your head. Now, if you need to, if you feel that you have tight hamstrings or tight inner knee, back of the knee or the calf, just give it a massage. Putting the mind there helps the body relax. Put your mind where you need it most in the body. Give it lots of approval and love. Okay, let's rock back onto that left foot. And let's take ourselves up and plant the right heel to the ground. And we're going to come up into warrior one, nice and slow. That's it. Good. As you lunge into that front knee. Good. Really nice. Facing forward, let your arms go out to the side for a moment. Good. Soften your shoulders. Beautiful. Now keep your shoulders nice and soft as you take your arms up to the sky. Ooh, beautiful. And could you look up for a moment and take your breath into the throat, into the heart, into the stomach? Gorgeous. Then exhale, let yourself come down to down, back to down dog, all the way, hands down, pressing back to down dog, taking that left leg as an option to the sky, stretch it up to the sky, point it or flex it. Make sure that the hip is parallel to the other hip. Good, sweep that same left foot up to the hands. Step it all the way up, plant your back right foot again. And come up again one more time into warrior one. Sweep the arms up to the sky. Good, now twist your torso to the right. Right arm goes back, left arm forward, warrior two. Gorgeous, taking your arms straight up overhead. Good, and can you stretch into your right arm as much as your left as you open the arms out again? And can you press as much into your right foot as your left? And can you take your breath up your spine simultaneously? Feel the breath go up the spine to the crown of the head, getting new space in the back of the neck. Beautiful, yes. Good, radiant warrior as the right arm goes down, left arm reaches up. Good, deep breath into the left side of you. And then left elbow to the left knee, right arm overhead. Keep drawing the crown of the head over the toes. Find that right arm some space as you reach past the toes or back behind yourself. Feel that the body yawns open to this right side. You get a lot of new space opening, and then let yourself come up one more time. Radiant warrior to the sky. Nice and slow and mindful of what's opening. And then you'll windmill mindfully back down to that front foot. And you'll step back to downward facing dog. As an option, sweep that same left leg to the sky. Give it a good reach up. Nice. Exhale. Just come to high plank for a moment. Roll those shoulders back, be safe. And then press back to down dog again. Very good. Drop down to the knees. Take that opposite right foot forward up to the front of the mat. Good. Find your balance there. Maybe you're going to be in that lunge here. Or maybe you turn over the toes and back. Find your balance. Make it work for you. Think of lengthening the spine. Arms come back. At your own pace, you slowly start to wave upwards at your own pace. Gorgeous. Then you wave down, use your balance. Stretch that beautiful neck, wave up. Whole breath through your body. Exhale, wave down like you're shaking out a sheet. One more time, wave up. Good, left hand's coming down underneath the left shoulder. Right hand's wrapping around to the back or the left hip. Turn your torso, start to look right. Right arm to the sky. Excellent, let it go in reverse. Draw that left hip back, dig your right heel in, lift the toes towards the sky. Hands can come onto blocks or fingertips. Take the toes towards the sky, drop the head towards that knee. Come back to your breath or come back to massaging the back of the leg. Befriending that body, bringing a lot of conscious compassion to what the body can and cannot do. Just working with it. Rock back into that right foot. Turn over the back knee. Drop into that left heel and let yourself come up into warrior one. Take your time. That front foot faces forward. That's it. Good. Chest faces forward. Open out the arms. Good. Consciously breathe into the lungs, the lymph nodes. Stretch a little wider. Feel your wingspan. And then back up to the sky. Beautiful long arms, long spine. Gorgeous. Hands come back down again to that front foot. Step on back to downward facing dog. Take your time. Right leg to the sky. Nice and steady. Great work. Same foot comes forward and up to the hands. Step, press that back heel into the ground as you come slowly up. One more time. Warrior one. Front foot faces forward. That's it. You're going to peel open into warrior two. Right arm goes back. Good. See if you can roll that right shoulder back. Match it over your right hip. That's it. Now, can you think of the back of the head pressing back over the tailbone, lengthening the spine? Yes. Reach that right arm to the sky. Radiant warrior. Ooh, we started class lifting up out of your hips. Squeeze the lower base muscles and then right elbow, right knee. Left arm overhead. Beautiful. Maybe you take that left arm back behind you or experiment where you can reach. And then back up one last time, Radiant Warrior to the sky. Watch that front foot. Keep it facing forward. That's it. Nice deep breath there. Feel you reach behind your head maybe with that arm. Good. And then windmill all the way back down again. Press back to downward facing. Take that right leg to the sky. Give it a good stretch. Excellent. Drop back down to the knees. Round into cat. Feel the flexibility of that spine. Curl in. Into a dog tilt again. Beautiful. And then step or walk up to the front of the mat. Give yourself a forward fold once you get there. Fold forward. Feet are hip distance apart. Spread each little toe. Give it space. Take your big toes. Hook your pointer fingers around your big toes as you bend your knees. Let your ribs come down to your thighs. Drop your head. Breathe into the lower back and begin to straighten the legs as you can. Straighten the legs as you can. And then let go of the toes. Reach further behind you to your calves or knees. Try to reach for your wrists. Pull yourself gently into those legs. Tuning into your body, bend your knees, roll up one vertebra at a time, come all the way to the top as you do. Take your time. Reach out and overhead. Good, and reach for the left wrist and reach to the right. Good, now take your left foot, just step it about a foot off to the left, and then reach even further. Good, bend your right knee, use your balance, slowly come down, slowly come down. And up the other side, bend your knees, reach up. And down, bend the knees as to the right. Strong core, strong legs, up to the side. And then just step back to meet that front foot. Take a little back bend at the top. Reach up as you look. And nice swan dive all the way down. Reach for the legs. Reach for the earth if you can. Line the fingertips up with the toe tips. Reach towards the floor. Bend the knees. Sit down, Utkatasana, mighty pose. You're sitting into the heels as you reach your arms forward. If it's too much on your arms, draw them out to the side. And then to the sky again. This time reach for your right wrist. Tuck your chin in, reach to the left. Now steady push into the left heel. Reach your right leg off to the side slightly and reach even further. Bend your knees. Slide forward and down at your own pace. Build that back strength. Come up the other side. Feel your core. Squeeze down to the left. Up to the right. Good. Stop at the top. Reach straight up to the sky and step back. Take that left elbow behind you. Good. Now, if you can, you're gonna reach around for that opposite hand and hold it. If that's not a possibility, take a strap and do it, or hold on to the elbow. Okay, look straight ahead. Think of rolling back the shoulders. Think of pulling the back of the neck upward towards the sky. Beautiful. And then let that arm release. Let that left arm release. Down, swing it back for 3. And 2. And 1. Pause, close your eyes, stand in Tadasana. Notice how you feel. From the soles of the feet up to the crown of the head, feel how that left side's affected. Should feel slightly looser than the right side. Good, let's try the right side now. So right arm comes up. You bend the elbow, reach behind. Draw up the energy up the front of the body. Feel that you're lengthening. Breathing into the ribs. Soften the neck. Standing steady on the buttocks with the legs nice and steady. Take another breath and then reach that left arm, relax it down. And right arm, you're gonna relax down for 3. You're gonna rotate it back for 1. Feel that full rotation, 2. Nice and soft, 3. Good. Now you'll take your thumb, tap your middle finger, and send your hands down beside you, lined up with your femur, soft middle finger and thumb touching. And then release your fingers, release your hands, release your jaw. Breathe into the stomach and heart. And can you feel your weight shifting constantly, just as if you're buoyant like a buoy on the ocean? Let yourself be fluid. Draw the hands to the heart and namaste. Feeling you're part of this fluidity. Inhale, open up, reach to the sky. Body leans back, strong core. You bend your knees if need be. You dive forward, drop the head. Exhale out all your breath. Inhale, you come halfway, steady through your legs. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, you glide up. You're conscious of rolling the shoulders back. Steady, open the chest. Hips press forward in a steady back bend at the top. And back to your heart. Your whole body conscious and aware, present. Inhale as you open. Exhale as you dive. Inhale as you reach. Exhale as you dive. Inhale steady through the roots of the body. Up you squeeze the lower base. Inhale to the fingertips. Exhale to your heart. Good. Let's use that balance in Natrajasana, dancer pose. So you're going to stand onto that right foot, or you're going to hold the wall or touch the wall. Bring up that left foot. Hold on either the outer edge or the inner edge, whichever works for you. Set your gaze out to the infinite, right out to the horizon. And lean gently forward, finding that balancing point for you. See if you can take a good deep breath, one more breath. Then give that left knee a hug in. Give it a hug. Cross it over your standing leg. Sit down in Garudasana. Squeeze the opposite way, inward towards the thighs. Take the left arm under the right and look past your hands on the left. Good. Last pose in this balancing sequence. You're going to take your hands by your side, lift that left knee up, and send it back for hero pose. You come forward. Again, you can touch a wall if need be. Good. Come on back up. Take a moment just to whirl around your hips. Left and right. Relax the jaw. Come standing neutral. Take again, this time the pointer finger and thumb finger. Then slide them down your thighs. Close your eyes, stand nice and tall. Think of the back of the head rising up towards the sky. Breathe into the stomach. And feel how the center of your body is down into your hips to your stomach. Okay, open the eyes. Let's try the other side. So you'll stand on your opposite foot, your left foot. You'll reach back for your right ankle or hold the wall. Gaze out to the infinite point, to the horizon line. Good. Keep your breath steady. Good. Exhale and let that knee come back. Cross it over your standing leg. In Garudasana, knee crosses over. You bring the right arm under the left and you look past on the right side. And you sit yourself slightly down. Keep the chest up. Keep your breath coming in and out. Keep the space in the back of the neck. Last posture, you start to unfold. Take your time. Right leg moves back and you're in hero pose. Great. Let the leg come down as you stand. Sweep your arms up to the sky. Give yourself a little back bend. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Gorgeous. And step on back to downward facing. And come back down to the knees. And all the way onto the stomach. Let yourself come to your stomach. Beautiful. Stretch out the arms behind you. Turn your head to one side. Good. And just going into Shalabhasana, building that back strength. Looking forward, but not craning your neck too much. You don't want to lift your chin to the sky. You want to keep the head, neck nice and long. You're just going to bring the arms up, legs up. Good. And then exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Beautiful. Make a pillow for your head. Bend your knees. Windshield wiper them back and forth. Good. Now taking your ankles, either one at a time or both, depending on what's your flexibility feel like. You could take one of your ankles, reach for that ankle, and draw it to your left hip or right hip and pause right there. Some of you may want to go into bow pose. Some of you may want to work the flexibility. Yes. Oh, good, good, good. Take a good deep breath and release it. Let it go. Take a nice deep breath into your center, into the stomach. Just take your time, set up another bow pose, bring that intentionality to your posture. Building that posture just to discover what you feel. Do the best you can for 3 and 2 and let go all the way down. Excellent work. Take a good deep breath there into the stomach. And then mindfully roll over on your back and hug your knees into your chest. You're going to go into happy baby pose. Take your time. You've just been doing a lot of back bending. Now from there, feel around for yourself. Do you need a twist? Do you want a extension of the leg? Do you want to take the soles of your feet together and drop your hips open in Supta Baddha Konasana? Feel out your body. Keep breathing into the heart. Letting that breath go deeper. Letting it expand into the hips or into the stomach. Just noticing what the quality of the mind is like towards the end of your practice. As the history of yoga is the history of meditation. It's not the history of physical movement. Yoga was simply set up so that the yogis could meditate, so that their bodies would be supple enough to relax, to take them into a space of samadhi, of relaxation, of freedom of the mind. Just notice the quality of your mind at the end of practice, allowing the receptivity of the body to be echoed in the mind. And when you're ready, stretching out for Shavasana, final relaxation pose. Taking a moment again to mindfully breathe in. As you breathe in, count 4 counts in, 4 counts as you hold the breath, and 4 counts out as you exhale. 4 counts at the bottom of the breath, and then 4 counts as that breath comes in. 4 counts as you hold. 4 counts as you exhale. 4 counts as you hold. 4 counts as you inhale. 4 counts as you hold. And 4 counts as you exhale. And just breathe naturally at your own pace now. I thought tonight I would just do a short meditation for the sense of positivity in the body, releasing any negativity in the body and focusing on the healing energy, purifying the body by allowing ourselves just to tap into the energy of the body. So you're laying down on your back with your arms to your side or with your hands clasped on your stomach. And as you breathe gently and slowly, take a moment just to visualize a glowing sphere of light, golden light surrounding the top of your head. Golden light like a sunrise. Breathe deeply and slowly in and out, in and out, at least 5 times. While you keep your attention softly on the sphere of light, imagine it all around your head, the energy of golden light. Now allow that energy and that attention to move down to your throat. Again, imagine a golden sphere of light, like sunlight emanating from your throat area. Breathing in slowly and out slowly 5 times with your attention on this light. Allow your attention now to move down to the center of your chest. Once again, draw back to the golden light of sunlight radiating from the center of your chest. Again, take 5 deep breaths as you feel this energy expanding even more and more, almost like a bubble getting bigger and bigger around your body, sensing this light. Now move your attention to your solar plexus or the area of your navel, visualizing the sphere of golden light all around your midsection, breathing into and slowly 5 times, allowing your stomach to fully expand and feeling your lower back. And visualizing again the light glowing in and around and down into your pelvic area, down into your thighs. Again, taking 5 deep breaths, feeling the light energy radiating and expanding down your body. Finally, visualizing the glowing sphere of light, the sunlight, around your feet, down your legs, breathing 5 more times down your feet, down your legs. Now imagine all these 6 spheres of light all glowing at once. So your body is like a strand of jewels radiating the sunlight, feeling the sense of light coming from your body, just like the sun. Breathe deeply, and as you exhale, imagine energy flowing down along the outside of one side of your body, from the top of the head to your feet. As you inhale, imagine it flowing up the other side of your body to the top of your head. Circulate it around your body this way 3 times. Then visualize the flow of energy going from the top of your head down along the front of your body to your feet as you slowly exhale. As you inhale, feel it flow up along the back of your body to the top of your head. Circulate the flow of this energy 3 times. And finally, imagine that golden light, that sunlight energy is gathering at your feet. Let it flow slowly up through the center of your body, slowly up through the center of your spine, just visualizing your spine full of light. Each vertebra has its space. Slowly up through the center of your body, from your feet to your head, And then radiating out the top of your head, just like a fountain of light, the fontanelle area. And then flowing back down the outside of your body to your feet. And coming back to your breath. Allowing yourself to feel deeply relaxed and energized, at ease in your own body. Take a moment to wiggle your fingers and toes. And stretch your arms when you're ready out to the side. When you're ready, draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a gentle hug. And roll to your right side. Slowly sit yourself back up. Roll the shoulders back, open the chest. Or let the neck and jaw relax. Take the thumbs, massage under that mandible, underneath the jaw, or alongside the ears. And just bring the hands together, namaste, at the heart. And just allowing yourself to surrender to the goodness of the body, the goodness of your heart. Maybe drawing your palms to your forehead, just acknowledging the basic decision to have an intention as you practice, to move your body consciously. Take a nice deep breath in, deep breath out. And bringing the hands to the heart. And checking back in with yourself for your intention tonight. Giving yourself love and approval for all your practice tonight and everything that you've given yourself. And bowing your head, perhaps dedicating your practice to some aspect of your life or somebody else's life in gratitude for this beautiful day and the privilege of practice. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you very much for being here, everybody.
Oh,
Thank
that
you.
last part was like a drug or something.
Thank you. That was great. Thanks so much.
That was wonderful.
Have a good
Night.
night, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you. Jennifer.
Thank you, Jennifer.